What is up, YouTube? What is up, Facebook? What's up, Instagram? This video is going to be a little different. I'm not going to be trying anything weird. I'm not going to be doing random real estate today. I am going to be having a discussion with whatever. I'm having a discussion with everyone about some stuff that's going on with 2020 that we need to address, and I don't think anybody's addressing it, and so I'm going to here on this channel. It is about how horrible TV has gotten, how horrible cable TV has gotten. I can't even watch cable TV anymore. Like, I swear I watched the Food Network just yesterday, I think it was, and they're literally judging food. Okay, get this now. I'll slow it down. They are judging food over Zoom. So I don't know. I mean, 2020, man, we're all struggling. Food Network, they're struggling just as much as we all are. We're all in this together, right? But Food Network, okay, let's go back and say this again. Like, Food Network is judging food over Zoom. The judges are judging the food that is made by the chefs in a remote location over Zoom. What is one of the biggest criterias in food? I would say the taste, but it's hilarious. Like, they're judging, like, the cable TV's gotten so ridiculous now I can't even watch it anymore. They literally sat down and were like, oh, that looks great. You tell us how it tastes. And so then the person who cooked it is like, oh yeah, it tastes great. Of course you're going to say it's tasting great if you're the one trying to win a competition or win like $10,000 or whatever the heck you're winning, or a set of steak knives or knives or what, kitchen knives, whatever you're getting, like a food processor or whatever, like, is the grand prize. You're going to say your food's great. You're not going to like downplay. You're not going to roast yourself on the Food Network. So yeah, they're judging off of taste, the look, which, okay, they can do that over Zoom. I got it. But the taste, the look, and the presentation, I guess, is the look. I don't know, but that's how they're doing the Food Network now, over Zoom, which is hilarious. I'm about ready to do a Zoom call right now, and it is not an easy thing to even do regularly. Just talk regularly on Zoom. It's absolutely horrible. Like, it's so much better in person, and especially food. I'm willing to bet that we can all agree in 2020 that food is better tasted in person. Like, when the food's right there, that's the best way to taste food, is in your mouth. But it's so great. And that Food Network's not even the only one doing it. Like, the home network or whatever, all the networks, I don't know. Home Network is doing a renovation thing where people will, you know how they need help renovating their homes or whatever? They do that on Zoom too. So they'll be like, people, oh yeah, well, tear down that wall, put up this other wall. Yeah, relocate your bathroom, and everything's on Zoom. You know how horrible that's going to turn out? Half the time, I can't even understand what other people are saying on Zoom. And then on top of that, like, you're renovating your whole house, like, just with somebody's instructions that's over in like California, and you're somewhere in like Nashville or something, some completely different person. Like, they don't even really see the whole picture. So that ought to be awesome. Home renovations where the experts give you the tips over Zoom. I swear, the only cable TV show that I can actually watch, and I will get flack from this because my kids and my wife actually joke around about this with me, and I deserve it, because this is pretty much the only show that I watch. Anything with Alaska in a title, except for the Alaska Bush People. I can't stand the made up, oh, they made up their own accents. Okay, they didn't make up their own accents. This isn't like, and from what I've heard, the Alaskan Bush People, they don't even really stay out in like the wilderness. They stay in like hotels, and then when it's time to film, they go out there and do it. I can't watch the fakeness. I want to see people really cold. Really. I don't know. I watch most things with Alaska in the title. So Alaska, The Last Frontier, The Alaska Alaskans, a lot of Alaska stuff. That's really the only thing that I watch. And then I kind of switched over to YouTube, and because I can't stand cable TV anymore. So I switched to YouTube because of course, YouTubers like myself and other people aren't restricted. So they'll do whatever. They don't have to do Zoom call related stuff. I started watching overnight camping trips on abandoned islands, which is pretty awesome. Makes me want to do it, but also it makes me want to just watch other people do it while I eat chips or honey roasted peanuts or Thanksgiving leftovers or whatever it might be. But it's amazing. And then I watch this. I mean, YouTube's a rabbit hole. They'll be like, oh, so you watch that? Maybe you want to watch this guy who lives in his own ghost town. I'm like, yes, please, YouTube. So then I hook up the YouTube for watching this guy that does, he bought his own ghost town. And he's going around in the caves and searching out and looking for like abandoned caves, which is super dangerous. Last episode I watched, episode or show or whatever it is called on YouTube, last thing I watched, he literally went with a friend of his, and they had harnesses and ropes so that they would be safe, but they slipped down, broke like a bunch of rungs on this old school ladder that was basically made in the 50s or something like that. And if it wasn't for the ropes, that video would never be seen by anyone probably. It's so dangerous, but it's interesting to me. And then and then you keep on going down the rabbit hole with YouTube, man. I watched boondocking. If nobody knows what boondocking is, they also call it stealth camping. And it's where you take like a Sprinter van or something that looks like a cargo van or something, a work van, and you make it into essentially an RV, but nobody knows you're living in it. Essentially you're homeless, but it's glamorously homeless. You're living in a van down by a river, but not just a river. You're actually living in a van down by your local Walmart or wherever they go. But it's just crazy insane what these people come up with. I mean, it makes sense because it's so much cheaper. There's like no cost to living in these things. So it's just, I get down this rabbit and I'll watch these videos over and over. I love stealth camping. There's this guy, I think it's Stephen Wallace or whatever, I forget what his name is, but he camps everywhere. He camped on a median in the middle of a highway. He camped underneath a sign of like a neighborhood or whatever. And he'll camp pretty much everywhere. He'll camp, like you name it. It's like he's trying to figure out new inventive ways and areas to park, and not park, but camp. Heck, I could be doing it right now in the back of I could just crawl back there, live in my car, and then heck, I'm stealth camping. I don't have a really good stealth camping setup here because I don't have tinted windows. Everybody would know if I'm like cooking in my car. But is this crazy? I'll go down this. I even found a channel on YouTube where this guy is train hopping. If that is it, first of all, I didn't even know. After doing some research, I first of all didn't know that it was legal. And then when I did some research, I realized no, it isn't legal. And I don't know how he doesn't get busted. But this guy will go all over the place. He'll just jump on a freight train. He's like, oh, I'm going from Tennessee down to Miami or something. Or we'll go on like whatever route he's going to. And then he'll be like, oh, one time, he's like, I fell asleep, slept in, and I thought I was in Canada, but fortunately I wasn't. I'm like, how do you accidentally end up in Canada? It's the best show. I don't know, like the YouTube, you're bringing it up. You're bringing up a notch. The only thing I recommend with YouTube is you never ever, this is a pro tip, never ever scroll down to the comment section, because no matter what the heck is going on, a guy on a train, a guy living in a ghost town, a guy living on a guy going to abandoned islands and staying there for a couple nights making shrimp scampi or whatever the heck he's making. No matter what you do on YouTube, there's always some negative comment in the comment section. So that's a pro tip. Never go to the comment section. Heck, I don't even watch YouTube mostly on my phone anymore because my eyes wander down, and then there's some ridiculousness, there's a conspiracy, or there's some kind of argument in the comment section about nonsense. But I guess people just don't understand. Like, come on, the saying is you can say whatever you want on YouTube. That is your right. But sometimes it's not. Just because you can say something doesn't always mean you should. And nobody wants to hear your comment about how horrible living in a ghost town is, because back in like the 50s or the whatever, something like, I don't know. I'm not even going to go there. Because there'll be a comment. Even in this video, anything you say now can be turned into an argument. which is hilarious. But my recommendation, YouTube, it's so awesome. It'll get you away from the cable TV stuff. I can't deal with the cable TV and all the Zoom related networking that's going on where people are judging food over the internet or helping people renovate their homes online. I can't do it. I mean, I'm sticking to the Alaska Last Frontier. They're the most socially distanced people out there. Literally, if you live in Alaska where some of these people live, dude, they're social distancing champs. They live out there in the middle of nowhere. It's great. But like everything else, come on. YouTube, it's got it there. Whatever you want. If you go down a rabbit hole, you could be there all night long watching ridiculous stuff. And that ends up to be a lot of my nights or days or whatever watching just stupid stuff. I hope you guys have hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I have something else planned. I'm going to be dressed up like the elf from Will Ferrell elf, whatever. I'll be dressed up like him. And I'm going to let that marinate. You decide what that means. There's something I got going on the channel that requires me to dress up like Will Ferrell as an elf. Other than that, hope you guys have been having a great holiday so far. Hey, 2020 is almost over. Who knows? 2021 might be even better than 2020. We can only hope. We'll see you guys next video.